I am to be congratulated. Why? For having acquired something that is going to increase my vitality and contribute to my health. What is it? Well, it is a hydrogen water stick. I get lots of emails, questions about consumer products, and I had a question about this, so I thought I'd better buy it to see what this is all about. Well, it didn't take long to find out what it's all about because the box tells me. What we have here is a rod that inside contains magnesium, and it is in some sort of polyethylene lining. Now, as any student of chemistry knows, if you take magnesium and you put it into water, it will slowly react and produce hydrogen gas. Now, magnesium is a metal, and this is what it looks like. This actually is oxidized. It's been sitting in this bottle for a long time, so it's covered with magnesium oxide. But it's the third most widely used metal in the world after iron, after aluminum, because it's very light. Airplanes, for example, have a lot of magnesium in them. But it will slowly react with water to produce hydrogen gas. And indeed, if you take this stick and you put it into water, you're supposed to put it into a bottle and firm it up and leave it for about 15, 20 minutes to produce hydrogenated water. Well, why would you want to do that? Because in theory, hydrogen is an antioxidant, which means that it can neutralize those notorious free radicals that form in our body as a byproduct of normal metabolism. And hydroxyl free radicals are particularly nasty, and in laboratory experiments, you can show that hydrogen will neutralize those free radicals. So that's sort of interesting academically. So this thing now is releasing some hydrogen gas. I don't think you will see much of it because it happens very slowly, but there will be a few bubbles there. And if you leave this for 15, 20 minutes in a closed bottle, you'll get production of hydrogen. But hydrogen is almost totally insoluble in water. And if you drink this hydrogenated water, which will have about 1 part per million of hydrogen dissolved in it if you're lucky, if you have closed it properly, this goes into your gut from where trace amounts can get into the bloodstream. Can they do anything? Well, I was thinking through this. I thought, no, I mean, there really can't be anything to this. And of course, if you look at the literature, it will tell you that this is miraculous. It will cure every disease that you have. But what's surprising when I, looked through the literature is that there were a number of studies, and, I have a few of them here, that examined hydrogenated water in terms of its potential benefits. I was a bit surprised by the amount of literature on it. But when you scrutinize the literature, it's all about laboratory studies and a few animal studies and some very questionable human trials which were not properly controlled for the placebo effect. So what do I make of all of this? One thing I can tell you is that the science of putting magnesium into water is sound. It will produce some hydrogen gas. But that hydrogen gas is virtually insoluble in water. So the amount that can get into your body from drinking hydrogenated water, I think, is trivial. But because there are all of these, studies out there, I'm not quite ready to throw out the baby with the bathwater. There may be something here, but I think it's closer to quackery than it is to real science. But I'll keep an open mind about this. I won't throw out the baby with the bathwater. And if you look on the internet, they'll even tell you that you should be putting the hydrogen stick into the baby's bathwater. That, I think, is pretty much quackery. So that's the story of the hydrogen stick and where you're supposed to stick it.